If you've ever seen a Studio Ghibli film, particularly those by Hayao Miyazaki, you will probably
Hey, probablement. Vous aurez probablement.
have noticed that they're a little bit
Hein?
different than, say, a Western film. When we talk about movies, most people think of Hollywood and all of its conventions. But Studio Ghibli doesn't quite operate by the same systems. Some people describe their films as weird, unsettling, and some even describe them as pointless, aimless, going nowhere. Others, like myself, love this different style, one that feels not only fresh,
Yes, frais. Pendant ce temps, voyons voir. My tube, mon tube. Voyons voir, voyons voir, voyons voir. Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Musique.
but also more profound, more human. Something about Ghibli's work resonates with me more than traditional animated films, which, while still being lovely and amazing, sometimes feels too perfect to be relatable. Well, it turns out there is a tangible reason for this. It isn't just some feeling we can't put a finger on, and that reason is called Kishoten Kets. Most Hollywood films follow what is called the three-act structure, a term that anyone who has looked into screenwriting with even a passing interest has probably heard about. What very few people have heard about, including myself until I researched this video, is the structure of Kishoten Kets, a four-act storytelling technique that has its origins in ancient China, and it's a structure that most Ghibli films use. So what is this different way of telling stories, and why does just a seeming difference of structure result in such massively different feeling films? Well, to answer that question, we need to go a little bit deep. Before I explain how Ghibli's structure is different, I first need to explain what Hollywood's structure is. The three-act structure. The three-act structure simply divides a film into three significant parts, each of which has its own conventions. To explain it in terms of a famous film most of us know, let's take a look at Star Wars Episode 4 as our example. And it goes without saying that there will be spoilers for all the films discussed from here on out. Act 1 of a three-act structure is the setup, where our characters are established. Here we first meet the Rebels, Princess Leia, R2-D2, and C-3PO, then finally Luke Skywalker, getting to know what roughly each of them want in our life. Act 2 is the escalation of the film. This is where the stakes get higher for our heroes, and the action gets more serious. In Star Wars, this comes as Luke begins his travels into space with Obi-Wan, Han Solo, and Chewbacca. Things start to get dangerous for the gang. Alderaan is blown up, our heroes are captured by the Empire, and Obi-Wan is tragically killed by Darth Vader. Luke and Han manage to free Leia, and then escape to the Rebel base. This is when we kick into Act 3, the climax of the resolution of the film. This is where our hero confronts the big bad guy, and usually Luke. In Episode 4, this is where the Rebel forces attack the Death Star. Luke narrowly dodges the threat of Darth Vader and blows up the Death Star in his pilot plane with a little help from Han Solo. Then we see the resolution of all of that, as Luke and Han are given medals and proclaimed heroes for the Rebel Alliance. This is a pretty tried and tested structure for Hollywood, so you can probably look at almost any film released in the last 40 years, and 90% of them will fit within this framework. But obviously there's much more detail and nuance than what I'm explaining right now. I just want to quickly run through it so we can talk about what comes next. Storytelling is an ancient art, and so it stands to reason that different cultures tell stories differently. And this is where the East Asian structure of the Shoten Kets comes into play. Its exact origins are unclear, but it's thought to have come from China somewhere between the 700s and the 1200s. First, as a structure of poetry. Eventually it traveled to Korea and Japan, and each country adapted this idea their own way. For our purposes, here's what we need to know about Kishoten Kets. This is a four-act structure, and the title of each part has its own literal meaning. Ki is the introduction, and can mean waking up or getting up. And we can see that as the literal awakening of our characters in the film. They're introduced to us along with any other relevant things that the film has to set up. Show is the development phase, which can mean listen or be informed. Again, receive more information about our characters and story than we will above at a steady pace. Then we have the important tell, which means twist or change. This is where the story takes an unexpected turn. We listen to it.
The glasses work!
Yes.
Who would guess that the safety glasses work?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
this is like educational.
Yeah. Éducation. Bonne journée. Bye bye.